Welcome back to the homestead. This past weekend, we went to the Homesteaders of America conference. And every time I go to a conference or a workshop, I always come back with this page-long list of ideas and things we want to try or something we need to change. Well, first thing this morning, we went ahead and we moved our one batch of our laying hens over to the pasture with the cow and the calf a few weeks ago. And they have been getting out and coming back up to the house every day. We really want them to stay in the pasture because it's great for parasite control. Then they are spreading her manure all over the field, which is much better for the pasture and will help that grow, and it's just natural fertilizer. So what we did last night, Mr. Rooster is not happy. What we did last night was to close them up in their little chickshaw, and we're going to leave them in there for 24 hours to retrain them because also they've been laying their eggs everywhere. They had been in this chickshaw for about 3 weeks before we moved them down here, and they were laying wonderfully. We'd go to the coop. We'd have eggs every day in their nesting boxes, which are right here in the back. And ever since we moved them down here to the pasture, they've been just laying everywhere. We found them in the woods. We found them everywhere. So we're going to keep them closed up for 24 hours in there. Yes, they have food and water. And while they're in there today, we are going to fix some places at the bottom of the fence where we think they're getting out and coming up to the house. So just like space between the ground and the fence, we're going to put a row of chicken wire on the bottom so that they can't climb up under, go through the little patch of woods and back to the house. So that's what we're going to do this morning. And then we also have a place on the fence that we need to fix where a limb fell across. So let's get busy. So it's a really good idea to walk your fence lines every day. Right before we left for the Homesteaders of America conference, we noticed this really big limb had fallen across the fence and brought down part of the fence. So we did a permanent fix just before we left so that we could make sure the cows stayed in while we were gone. And now this morning we're going to fix the wire with a fence stretcher, and we're going to tack the wire back up. When we put the fence up, we actually used a fence stretcher behind a tractor so that we were able to pull the fence really tight, and that's how we put it up. We're using this morning just to get it done. It's all we have. And we need to get this fixed. And it actually did pull it pretty tight, so that we can make sure the cows are in. That's what we're doing. So on this post, on the wooden post, we hammered staples in. And then on the T-post here, you have clips. Now this is actually the side of the fence that we dug by hand, post and all. So we have T-post and then a wooden post on this side. Everywhere else on the fence line, you will see just wooden post, because we got a post driver behind a tractor and we were able to then put wooden post the entire fence line. Well, look, Belle's coming to visit. So you all haven't seen Belle. Belle is the little heifer that Buttercup gave us on Labor Day. And so she is a full-bred Jersey heifer, A2 heifer. And we will be keeping her. Are you playing peekaboo? You say good morning, Belle? And Buttercup is over here investigating and munching on some leaves. They're so playful. So let me put this here so you can see the clips. So with the T-post clips, you put them on. Let me see if I can get you a better angle. You put them on and then you twist them around the piece of fencing.
I actually have the wrong pliers, but it's up to.
So you can see these up here where you just slip the clip around and then you pull it to twist it around. I think you can see it. Hi, pretty girls. Trying to figure this camera thing out. She's a beautiful color. Oh, Belle. Now it's been fixed. Whoa. I'll show you briefly. So there'll be like one section of the fence now where it's kind of double layered. But so you can see where we have now fixed the place that huge limb took down. So what we're doing now is we're taking a piece of chicken wire, how long is it? Like 18 inches long about, and we're attaching it just with zip ties to the bottom of the fence here. So now this space where the chickens were crawling under, now with this here, we're hoping it'll stop them from going under the fence.
What hoping?
Here's Oreo.
Oreo! Hi, Oreo! I can zip tie it through here. Walkie-talkies. Why would we need the walkie-talkies?
Pull it tight. Hey, you might want to put it behind the...
I'll put it through.
Good job.
Thank you.
So we have not had rain in months. And today, while we're working, it decides to rain. But we got this much done from here all the way back down to the end and across near our little water catchment container. So on this side where they seem to be getting out, which is where we seem to have the most holes, we think we have, or not holes, but gaps between the bottom of the fence and the ground. We think we have gotten them mostly closed up, so we will open the chickens up tomorrow morning.
What about the red thing?
And we will see how it goes tomorrow. And since we stuck the chickens in the chickshaw today, we have gotten some beautiful eggs in there. So hopefully they now remember where they're supposed to lay.
Since they're in there for a long time. I see a lot.
Look at those eggs.
Ooh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's see what our girls are doing in there. Hi, girls. So we got a few chores done today. We got the bottom of the fence mostly finished. So hopefully the chickens will stop escaping. And we fixed the part of the fence where the tree,
And then here.
where the tree fell across and tore part of the fence down. So we got those two things fixed. Now we're getting a little bit of rain. Stay tuned. We picked up something that will be a first for us here on the homestead, and we're going to be setting it up and show you how we're going to work that really soon. If you're new to our channel, please hit that
Subscribe button. Wait, I don't know what.
and you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Cram Farms. We'll see you next time.